Welcome to a new edition of the Neon Jazz interview series with veteran tenor saxophonist Ray Blue on the 2023 album #People. This album has sounds of notes of hope and human connection. Featuring a broad, seasoned, and expressive sound, Ray is deeply rooted in his New York community, yet equally a world traveler and jazz ambassador, finding musical connections across the globe. We dig into this new album, Surviving COVID, and so much more. Enjoy.
Hey, it's great to catch up with you. I know we spoke before when you had your Christmas album that came out.
Okay.
So what I would like to do first and foremost, now that you have a new album out, the world's opening up, I'm wondering how you survived the pandemic period and how good it feels to have your new album, People, out now.
Well, it feels great to have the album out. It's a special feeling about this one. I'll answer your first question, and that is how I survived the pandemic. Well, first of all, I prayed, and to get through it musically. I just teaching online. I shifted my teaching to teaching online. And my workshops and private students, I did that. I even was able to increase some students, but I just went online with it, and I found a way to make it work. And it's given me some. It's broadened the latitudes for different things that I could do online. Another thing that was happening is there were streaming shows. Where there were performances with no audience, and it was basically done like you would do a TV presentation without an audience, And different clubs were serving as venues. Jazz Foundation of America was a help. They're a great organization. And that's what I did. I did performances for streaming, and I did a lot of writing and practicing. And so that's how I survived the pandemic. So when that began to subside, and we were able to start playing in live situations, I just came out with a new energy. And at that same time, I was working on this new release, on this new recording, and putting things together for that. So that was the process. It was a longer process than normal in putting this one out, but that's okay, and because it's a good piece of work.
So this album is full of notes of hope and human connection. Talk to me about how this kind of came together artistically for you.
Well, I had the concept in mind with the material, and I knew who I wanted to have play on the recording. My previous release, I featured Kirk Lightsey on some numbers. Kirk Lightsey and Benito Gonzalez, the piano players, and this one I knew I wanted to approach Kenny Barron about it, so I did, and he was on board, and that worked great. I used three of my compositions, 4 of my compositions, and then the remainder they were their arrangements of previously recorded standards, and it all came together well. I called in Eddie Allen on trumpet to play on some with me, and Bobby Sanabria for some percussive work, and it's a good match. It's a good chemistry for the music. They're great guys in the studio, as well, and we connect outside off the bandstand as well. And I have Alvesta Garnett and Steve Johns who've been my regular drummers, and Essiet Okan Essiet was the sole bass player. Sharp Radway is on 4 of the tunes as well. and Jeff Barone on guitar.
So one of the things I think that's key about all of this reemergence of artists and the jazz community with new albums and everything is that I think we all realize how important it is, not only that you're on stage, but that we're in the crowd. What kind of new vigor do you have coming out with this new album and entering the world of live music now?
Well, my energy level is very high. This weekend, Friday and Saturday, we're booked at the Jazz Forum in Tarrytown, New York. We're doing a pre-release. We got the release dates now. The release for the single is on May 19th. The single title cut "People." The release digital release, and the digital release for the album will be on June 9th, and the physical release will drop on July 7th. So we're excited about those things are in all those things are in motion. The radio promotion is getting all put in place, and I'm really excited about the whole process. It's feeling very good. There's a lot of good energy around it and about it, and people's ears are perking up for it. So that's where we are.
Wonderful. So you've done a great job of really wrapping up the energy and the idea behind the album and getting into it. So just to recapitulate, anybody out there that wants to pick up the album, catch you live, anything as time unfolds here in 2023, where can they go? What can they do?
Well, you can go to my website, and my itinerary is on this, constantly updated. It's rayblue.com. Very easy to find. And I'm doing some, I go to Europe twice a year. I'm going back. I just came back about 2 weeks ago, and I'll be going back in the fall. I'll be in Paris at the Swedish House, and also at the Sunset Jazz Club in Paris, and that's in October. So the Swedish House, that's the 25th, and the 27th at Sunset. I'll be in Berlin at the B flat. All these dates are on my website. I'll be in Potsdam as well, which is part of part of the Berlin area. I'll be in Brussels at the Music Village in November, and there's some other dates. There are other dates that are coming in as well. I'm waiting. So I don't want to put them out there yet until I have some confirmation. But I'm looking at some things also. We're looking at some things in Austria as well. So so that's what's happening.
Right on, Ray. Hey, man, it's great to catch up with you. I look forward to profiling you and people on Neon Jazz. So thank you for your time today. Have a great tour and good luck with the album.
Okay, thank you very much, Joe. I appreciate it.
Thanks for listening and tuning in to another Neon Jazz interview, where we give you a bit of insight into the finest players and minds in New York City, Kansas City, and spots all over the world, giving fans all that jazz. Thanks to Ray for his time, energy, and cool. If you want to hear more interviews, you can find Neon Jazz interviews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to us at YouTube, and for everything Neon Jazz, go to the neonjazz.blogspot.com. Until next time, enjoy the jazz, my friends.
Neon Jazz.